So did Canon just cannibalize their own 24-70 f2.8 by releasing the 24-105 f2.8 lens? If you were to get one lens and one lens only, the 24-70 f2.8 is the one lens that everybody probably would recommend. Having an f2.8 all the way through the whole zoom range, it's a great benefit because you can do very much with that lens. You can use it as a wide angle landscape photography lens, and you can use it as a portrait lens having that f2.8 shallow depth of field. And the 24-70 has been around for a long time. You can get an old used one, as I have for my R6 Mark II. This is the EF version, the EF version Mark II. The latest one before they went over to the RF version. But if you're using Sony, if you're using Nikon, if you're using Panasonic Lumix cameras, every camera brand out there has their own 24-70 f2.8 lens. And with camera brands like Sony, you get third-party options like this Sigma 24-70 f2.8. The 24-70 is the most versatile lens there is, and if you're only getting one lens, that would be the lens to buy. And with Canon's new release of the 24-105 f2.8, for other camera brands, it's not a problem because you don't get that lens for any other camera brand. You only get it for Canon. So is there any point of buying the 24-70 f2.8 anymore? Well, I would say yes, because it's a lot more expensive than the regular 24-70 f2.8. And by pricing the 24-105 f2.8 as high as they have, I don't think that this is a lens for the everyday man out there that's just doing photography or videography or both as a hobby. I believe that this new 24-105 is for the professionals out there, people making money out of their camera. And the second thing about the new 24-105 lens is the size of that lens. It's a lot bigger than the regular 24-70 f2.8, and the weight is also a thing because that new lens comes in at approximately 1,430 grams. So it is a bit heavier than the regular RF 24-70, which comes in at 900 grams. So the price and the size of the new 24-105 is probably the things that won't cannibalize the 24-70. That said, the 24-105 f2.8 IS USM Z lens, which means it is a power zoom lens if you attach the new things that Canon is also releasing for that lens. This is a fantastic lens in itself. No other camera brand has made a 24-105 f2.8 lens all through the zoom range, so it is one of a kind. And the zoom range is all internally zoomed. You don't get any barrel extending while zooming from 24-105, which makes this a perfect gimbal lens also. And the new optics inside of the lens makes the lens a parfocal zoom lens. And having a lens parfocal means that if you have your subject in focus at 24mm and then you zoom all the way into 105mm, your subject will still be in focus. And when the lens keeps the subject in focus all the way through the zoom range, that makes the lens parfocal. And from the reviews I've seen, Canon has almost eliminated focus breathing, and that's a big plus for filmmakers. And of course the lens has image stabilization in the lens, and if you're using that lens together with a camera from Canon that has IBIS, you will probably be able to handhold your camera and lens and shoot photos with a very slow shutter speed. And what's also great about the lens is that it is a hybrid lens. You're just as able to use it for photography as you are for videography, and it will work perfectly in both cases. So is the new 24-105 f2.8 the killer of the 24-70 f2.8? No, I don't think so. I think people still will be buying the 24-70 because it is cheaper, you have more options, and it is smaller with the 24-70, so it's easier to carry around. But from everything I've seen, it's probably a really great lens. So that's just my thoughts about the new RF 24-105 f2.8 lens. I hope you got something out of this video. If you did, please hit that thumbs up button down below, subscribe if you haven't done that already, and maybe I will see you in another video, whenever that is. Bye.